Hey, Skull Nation. What's up, my fellow Vikings faithful? This is your die-hard Purple Warrior, straight from the heart of Minnesota, breaking down the hottest Vikings news that's got my blood pumping like a Sam Darnold deep ball to Justin Jefferson. Imagine this. Our boys in purple are gearing up for a monster clash against the Commanders at US Bank Stadium this weekend, and boom, they just cracked open the door for a fan-favorite return that's gonna light a fire under our special teams. We're talking Ty Chandler's comeback from the injured reserve abyss, plus a sneaky rookie WR addition that's got that raw explosiveness we crave. Stick with me, because if these moves don't get you hyped for a playoff push, nothing will. Let's dive in and unpack why this could be the spark we need to roar into the postseason. Ty Chandler's been sidelined since that gritty Week 1 win over the Bears in Chicago, where he flashed his smarts on special teams by cleverly taking a kick return out of the end zone, burning precious seconds off the clock and forcing those Bears to cough up an extra timeout in the dying moments. That knee injury hit like a blindside blitz, keeping our fifth-round stud from North Carolina out for nearly 3 full months. Talk about a rookie contract year derailed. But man, the guy's got that Tar Heel toughness we love. At 27, Chandler's not just a return man. He's a versatile weapon who's racked up 164 rushes for 663 yards and 3 scores, plus 27 catches for 201 yards on 31 targets across 38 games with 4 starts. And get this, last year in 2023, he exploded for 620 yards from scrimmage on 123 touches with 3 TDs, including a monster 157-yard, one-score clinic against the Bengals that had us all chanting his name. What do you think, fam? Does this open window mean we're seeing vintage Ty back in the mix? But hold up, because this isn't just about one guy suiting up. It's about depth and that never-say-die Vikings grit-building momentum as we chase the NFC North crown. Chandler's activation window gives us up to 21 days to ramp him up, and with Aaron Jones nursing bumps and Jordan Mason holding down the fort, those backfield snaps behind him could be gold. Remember, without the injury, Ty might have feasted while Jones healed instead of handing carries to Xavier Scott. On special teams, Myles Price has been solid as our primary returner since Week 1, with Ty Felton spelling him, but Chandler's heads-up playmaking could flip the script on those explosive returns we desperately need against a Commanders squad that's sneaky athletic. It's all unfolding right now in Egan practices, and I can already picture him bursting through that 21-day window like a 4.440. Skull, this feels like the boost to keep our purple rain rolling. Who's ready to see him truck some defenders? Now, let's talk about that roster ripple effect, because the Vikings didn't stop at Chandler. They waved Adam Thielen to clear space and scooped up a towering rookie wideout who's got tools that scream future steel. Enter Joaquin the Beast Davis, a 6 feet 4 inches, 195-pound freak from North Carolina Central who signed as an undrafted free agent with the Broncos, turned heads in camp, then got the boot, only for us to snag him for the practice squad. This guy's a walking highlight reel. A blistering 4.36-second 40-yard dash and a 42-inch vertical at the HBCU Pro Day. That's elite athleticism that could stretch defenses thin behind our big three of Jefferson, Addison, and Naylor. Over his last 3 college seasons, Davis hauled in 92 balls for 1,211 yards and 12 touchdowns. Imagine that length contesting jump balls with JJ or blocking for Felton on returns. Vikings fans, drop in the comments. Would you bump him up to the 53-man if he balls out in practice this week? Shifting gears to how Davis slots into our revamped receiver room, because with Thielen out and spots still open on both the active roster and practice squad, this feels like Kwesi Adofo-Mensah's classic chess move to stockpile upside for the stretch run. Check this depth chart post move. At the top, we've got the unbeatable Justin Jefferson leading the charge, followed by the electric Jordan Addison who's been cooking corners all year. Then Jalen Naylor as that reliable slot guy, Ty Felton bringing speed off the edge, Myles Price doubling as a return threat, Jeshaun Jones chilling on the practice squad, Dante Fleming ready to grind, and now Joaquin Davis rounding out the bottom with his raw potential. It's a mix of proven purple blood and fresh legs that could pay dividends if injuries hit. Think about Davis earning a futures deal and crashing that 90-man offseason roster like a meteor. What if he catches fire and forces his way into game day reps against Washington? That's the kind of unpredictability that keeps rivals up at night. As we peel back the layers on these moves, it's crystal clear the Vikings front office is playing the long game while igniting short-term fireworks. Chandler's return isn't just a feel-good story. It's a tactical edge on special teams where field position wins wars in December. Picture this. Tie backfield glimpses while Mason and Jones tag-team the Rock, flipping the momentum on kickoffs that Price and Felton have held steady. But now with Chandler's savvy adding that extra layer of chaos. And Davis? He's the wildcard WR who could audition for red zone fades or gunner duties, his 12 college TDs hinting at the scoring pop we might unleash if the depth thins. From the official Vikings news wire, this all dropped Wednesday, perfectly timed for our Commanders showdown. Egan's buzzing, and so should you. Hey, Purple Army, hit me with your bold prediction. Does Chandler snag a carry Sunday, or is he easing in for the playoffs? Zooming out on Chandler's journey because this guy's arc is pure Vikings resilience, from that 5th-round gem status in 2022, grinding on special teams while sneaking RB reps, to his 2023 breakout where he owned the second half with games over 100 yards that had us forgetting backups even exist. That Bengals explosion? 157 yards and a score. Pure poetry in purple, the kind of burst that echoes Adrian Peterson vibes without the Heisman hype. This season's knee setback stung, sidelining him for 11 straight after those 13 Week 1 snaps, but at 27, he's primed for a contract year redemption that could lock him in Minnesota for years. With one open 53-man spot still dangling, activation feels inevitable, maybe even this week if practices pop. Fans, let's chat. If Ty returns, does he steal return duties from Price, or spell Jones to keep legs fresh for January? Delving deeper into the special teams saga, because that's where Chandler truly shines as our Swiss Army knife. Those 3 kick returns in the Bears opener weren't just stats. They were game changers, that end zone flip forcing Chicago's hand and showcasing the IQ that separates good from great. Out for 3 months on IR, he's missed the grind, but reports from Vikings.com say he's itching to contribute in multiple phases, whether it's RB depth behind a banged-up Jones or flipping field position against Commanders' return wizardry. Last year, with 62 touches for 224 yards, he was overshadowed by Aaron Jones' dominance, but this injury hiatus? It's forged him hungrier, ready to pounce on any reps Xavier Scott vacated. Imagine the duo of Chandler and Felton terrorizing coverage units, Skull energy on steroids. What's your take, crew, special teams MVP in waiting, or sneaky RB2 threat? Turning the spotlight to Joaquin Davis's backstory. This undrafted rookie from NC Central isn't your average practice squad flyer. He's a physical marvel who lit up the Broncos camp before the axe fell, now getting a purple lifeline to prove his worth. At 6 feet 4 inches with that sub 4.4 speed and vertical that touches the gods, he's built for contested catches and deep threats. 92 grabs, 1,211 yards, 12 TDs over 3 seasons screen production against lesser comp. But in the NFL, that's untapped gold waiting to be mined. Signing him Wednesday aligns perfectly with our WR youth movement post-Thielen waiver, giving him runway to impress for a futures contract and that 90-man offseason dream. Vikings Nation, sound off. Does Davis have that JJ strut in him, or is he more Naylor 2.0 versatile and gritty? Breaking down Davis's fit in our offense because with Addison and Jefferson drawing doubles, a tall target like him could feast on single coverage. Think third down chains or red zone leaps where his 42-inch vert turns fades into dimes from Sam. The practice squad spot was wide open, and now with Fleming and Jones already grinding, Davis joins a hungry group that's one injury from game day glory. One more PS vacancy means room for more moves, keeping us agile. From the latest Vikings news drops, this addition bolsters special teams too, maybe gunning or blocking for returns alongside Chandler's return. It's all interconnected, building that depth for a Commander's beatdown that echoes our Week 1 grit. Purple Peeps, quick poll. Promote Davis now or let him marinate till playoffs. As these roster tweaks settle in, let's not forget the bigger picture. Chandler's 21-day window is a ticking clock of opportunity, blending his 663 rushing yards career with that special teams flair to potentially flip close games like the one brewing Sunday. That knee's behind him, per team reports, and with Jones' health in flux, Ty's 2023 second-half surge, nearly all his 620 yards post-midseason, hints at untapped RB juice waiting to complement Mason's power. Signing Davis simultaneously? Genius layering, ensuring our WR core stays electric even if Felton or Price tweaks something on returns. From Vikings.com's fresh update, this duo of moves screams playoff prep. Egan's electric, and US Bank will be a cauldron. Hey, Skull Squad, what's hotter? Chandler's comeback or Davis's dash? Layering in the stats that make Chandler indispensable because beyond the yards, his efficiency pops, averaging over 4 yards per carry lifetime with those 3 TDs showing burst when it counts like that Bengals blow-up that had highlight reels on loop. Injured since those 13 snaps versus Chicago, he's watched from afar as Scott filled in, but activation could reclaim those RB3 reps while owning returns. Price has been steady, but Ty's clock-killing IQ adds edge. At 27, this is his prove-it year, and with one 53-man spot open, the Vikings hold all the cards for a mid-season miracle. Fans, let's hear it. Return specialist first or RB touches to test the knee. Spotlighting Davis's athletic profile more because those pro day numbers aren't flukes. A 4.3640 at 6 feet 4 inches is unicorn territory, pairing with his 12 college scores to paint a picture of a deep ball hunter who could stretch Washington thin. Undrafted buzz from Denver camp means he's coachable. Now in purple practices chasing that Futures Inc. and off-season roster security amid our stacked WR depth. Waving Thielen freed the path, but it's Jones, Fleming, and now Davis grinding PS for breakthroughs. Classic Vikings wire-to-wire building. From the Wire's latest, this signing's timed for impact. Vikings faithful, dream scenario. Davis hauls a 50-yard bomb Sunday? Weaving it all together, these moves aren't random. They're the Vikings' blueprint for December dominance, with Chandler's versatility plugging holes and Davis's tools adding WR pop for a Commander's tilt that could vault us up the standings. Ty's 201 receiving yards on 31 targets show pass-game reliability, while his special team snaps, 38 games worth, bring proven purple pride. Pair that with Davis's 1,211 college yards, and suddenly our depth chart hums with upside. One PS spot left means more intrigue ahead. Per Vikings news updates. Skull brothers and sisters. Final thought. Depth win or game changer? Wrapping this hype train, because as Chandler eyes activation and Davis inks his spot, it's clear our purple machine's revving for that US Bank roar against Washington. Ty's knee-fueled fire plus Joaquin's leap could be the X-factor in a season teetering on glory. From 663 rushing yards to 42-inch verts, the talent's there. Now it's about execution in Egan's frost. We've got the pieces, Jefferson's gravity, Addison's routes, and these fresh infusions, to keep the NFC North dreams alive. One open roster slot. That's bait for more magic. All right, Skull Nation, we've crushed this Vikings news deep dive. From Ty Chandler's epic return window to Joaquin Davis's rookie rocket fuel. And I'm fired up. If you're as pumped as me for Sunday's Commanders clash, smash that like button to show the algorithm we're the loudest fan base in the league. Drop your hottest take in the comments. Chandler RB2 or Return King. Tag a fellow Purple Warrior and share this with your crew. Let's pack US Bank. Hit subscribe and ring the bell for every Vikings update, because we ride together till the playoffs. Skull Vikings. Let's go win this thing.